This marks the 10th part of this manhwa. If you haven't viewed the previous parts, you can access it by clicking the I button located above, or the link is provided in description. Let's begin our recap video for today's manhwa. The four great guardians held a discussion. Namji Nam accused the Sword Spirit Corp of being ostentatious, which the Ghost Spirit Group affirmed. Gong Bok-jin pondered the clash between the elite squadrons of the first and second sons, seeking the outcome. Jinam revealed that the second son's Sword Spirit Corp had triumphed, resulting into casualties and 9 injuries. Concerned, Bok-jin asked if casualties were from the Ghost Spirit Group, and Jinam confirmed. Bok-jin, worried about the casualties, instructed Jinam to address it. Despite Jinam's hesitation due to claims of intentional provocation by the oldest son's side, Bok-jin urged Jinam to focus on guardian duties, but their conversation was interrupted by the cult leader, inquiring about their search. At Sword Spirit Corp headquarters, Sword Spirit Commander Jang Jeon reprimanded. Despite my warning to behave prudently, you acted carelessly during a crucial time for the Youngster's plans. Internally, Jeon acknowledged the severity, contemplating public conflict and casualties. Keeping this hidden will lead to even greater trouble. He directed toward First Team Leader, though I could demand your lives now, will adhere to the cult's protocols. Inform the Youngster immediately. First Team Leader. The First Team Leader affirmed, as you wish. Later, a Sword Spirit Corp member asked the First Team Leader, are you really going to inform him? Perplexed, the First Team Leader queried, what do you mean? The member suggested evading consequences, stating, people died. Report to the commander that the Youngster advised to overlook it. The Ghost Spirit Group won't object. The First Team Leader resisted, saying, nonsense, I'm lamentful, but I can't do that. As the member unsheathed his sword and attacked, fatally injuring the First Team Leader, he apologized, I'm sorry, forgive me. Reflecting on a past warning from White Hidden Ghost, the member realized, I have no choice. In the Grand Flame House, the gleaming hall buzzed with anticipation as Bok-jin addressed the cult leader, expressing his request for the mobilization of the Reaper Corp. Intrigued, the cult leader inquired about the Reaper Corp, prompting Bok-jin to reveal their purpose, to deal with those defying the divine cult's law, particularly the Sword Spirit Commander and his followers, tarnishing their reputation. Curious about the Guardian's involvement, the cult leader questioned if Guardian could handle the situation alone, considering the Ghost Spirit Group and Sword Spirit Corp. Jinam shared his encounter at the Sword Spirit Group, revealing the commander's refusal to cooperate. Surprised, the cult leader questioned the Sword Spirit Commander's defiance and urged Jinam to speak the truth. Jinam clarified that his attendance was repeatedly requested by the Guardian. Contemplating the situation, the cult leader realized Bok-jin's loyalty seemed aligned with the first, acknowledging the second's martial prowess, but recognizing his ruling shortcomings. The cult leader pondered the first's strategic acumen. Speculating on Gak potential, the cult leader wondered if he could become an unbreakable sword, a level he himself couldn't attain. Deciding to confirm through the left master, the cult leader instructed Jinam to summon Yongdae-chung. Acknowledging, Jinam affirmed, as you wish. Outside Myeonggak's residence, a crowd gathered as Yong called for the second son to heed the cult leader's will. Gak opened the gate while Yong asserted that Guardian Namji Nam's repeated but unsuccessful attempts to summon the Sword Spirit Commander, Jang Jeon, amounted to an investigation for treason. Gak claimed no specific report had reached him. Yong, insisting he merely followed orders, encouraged Gak to convey this to the cult leader directly. Ordering his subordinate to apprehend the youngster, simultaneously heard someone at the Sword Spirit Corp residence demanding the Sword Spirit Commander's surrender under the Guardian's orders. Jeon, pondering the lack of response, questioned his subordinate about the youngster's instruction to lock the doors. Subordinate confirming it, the Jeon sensed something amiss, prompting to consider it treason, doubting the youngster's involvement. Upon the return of another subordinate, Jion anxiously inquired about the youngster's well-being, only to learn that Yong Dae-chung had surrounded the residence, forcing the youngster into the palace. Feeling betrayed, Jion beheaded a subordinate. Whispers reached Ji-nam, informing him that the second son had completed the palace entrance process. Preparing for a confrontation, Ji-nam ordered his subordinates to draw their swords. Despite expectations, Jion, opening the door, identified himself and greeted the guardian, surprising Ji-nam, who believed further conflicts were unlikely. Ji-nam pointed out that the sword spirit commander had defied the guardian's orders, tarnishing the cult's directives. He sought acknowledgement from those present. Jion, reflecting on the consequences of a single mistake, was determined not to involve the youngster. Admitting the case's lack of connection to the youngster, he acknowledged his negligence and took his own life. The following day at Naksan Manor, Kang informed the youngster that the sword spirit commander had been falsely accused of treason and had committed suicide. The second son received a probationary sentence. Woon, sensing an opportune moment, explained to Kang that he had informed Big Brother about trouble caused by the Sword Spirit Corp at a brothel. Exploiting this vulnerability, Big Brother's Ghost Spirit Group orchestrated the downfall of the second brother's Sword Spirit Corp. Woon anticipated caution from Big Brother and manipulation attempts from third and fifth brothers. Fearing reprisal if Big Brother discovered his involvement, Woon recognized the need for overwhelming martial arts. He ordered the immediate gathering of the bodyguard warriors. Kang inquired, "Is everyone assembled?" The bodyguard warriors unanimously responded, "Yes, sir." Jo Kwang questioned the presence of the teacher, prompting Kang to realize the truth as Woon revealed his face, shocking them all. Expressing regret for deceiving them, Woon admitted his identity. Peng Hien-chung exclaimed, "It was you, young sir." Jo Kwang wondered if the young sir had been their teacher. With urgency, Woon explained, "No time for details. Temporarily, you won't see me. Seal the western quarters, maintaining the status quo. Kang, focus on recruiting and training talents, excluding guests." Kang assured, "I understand your orders." Assigning tasks, Woon instructed Jeong-un to establish the merchant group and seek assistance from the Violet Light group leader and the Northwest merchant group. Jeong-un acknowledged the directive, emphasizing diligence in training. Woon addressed the gods, who pledged, "As you wish," adding another request. Woon asked them to guard him. Jo Kwang sought clarification, leading Woon to explain that he would commence solitary training the next day, urging them to protect the stone gates on his behalf.